Every company has core values. You find them printed on cheap paper in the break room next to the coffee pot. Most are corporate nonsense. Words like integrity, teamwork, and excellence. Things that companies love to preach, but no one lives by. Nobody cares. Nobody reads this stuff. Nobody manages with the tools like that. At TerraSlate, we threw those buzzwords completely out the door, and we replaced them with 4 values that are brutally practical: grit, growth, focus, and candor. They're not marketing fluff. They're the difference between building a company that runs on autopilot and can run itself, and one that needs constant babysitting 24/7. Let me show you what it looks like in real life. A few months ago, one of our new hires missed a client deadline. Instead of hiding it, he owned it, and he owned it right away. He talked to his manager, apologized, took responsibility, and came with a plan to fix the process to make sure that never happened again. That's candor. We speak the truth and we do what's right, even when it's hard to do. We're kind, loyal, and grateful to be a part of this extraordinary team. Another example, one of our account managers, Mark, realized our quoting process was eating up hours every day. So he taught himself Python on his own time, built a new workflow, and saved the entire team hours every week. He calls it the Abacus. We use it every single day internally. It's public on our website, and you can find it by clicking free quote at TerraSlate.com. That's growth. And growth to us means we are innovative, transformative, and continuously improving. We are open-minded and curious problem solvers. When a production team member caught a $12,000 pricing error before it went out the door, that's focus. It means we are accountable, consistent, and accurate. We are professional, agile, and customer obsessed. During a snowstorm one year in Denver, FedEx was delayed. Our press team lead, Jamie, he stayed until 9 p.m. on his own volition to make sure a hospitality order still shipped on time. Nobody told him to do it. He just cared enough to make it happen. That's grit. And grit to us means we are confident, disciplined, and proactive. We are entrepreneurial, resilient, and we're willing to do what it takes. Jamie, he's one of our longest tenured employees. He embodies that every single day, and we all love him for it. Here's the truth. Your company's success doesn't depend on how fancy your office is, or how many awards you've won, or what CRM you use. It depends on whether your people live the values that drive your mission forward, even when nobody's watching. Here's how we make core values more than just a poster. Number 1, we hire by them. Every candidate gets scored 1 to 10 on each value. We don't care if someone's the best marketer or graphic designer on earth. If they score low on grit or candor, they're not gonna make it past the first interview. Number 2, we review by them every month. Our quarterly and monthly reviews don't just measure KPIs and scorecards. We ask, how did you demonstrate growth this quarter? Number 3, we reward by our core values. Raises and bonuses aren't based on tenure. They're not based on a feeling. They're based on consistency, accountability, and alignment with our core values. If someone levels up the team, we level up their paycheck. Number 4, we repeat our core values constantly. Every week during our town hall, we recognize team members who live our core values. Each shout out is tied to real examples of how they've demonstrated our core values in a real world example. That's what keeps our culture vibrant and alive. This isn't a feel-good exercise, it's a system, because culture doesn't scale, but systems that reinforce culture do. When your values show up in hiring, reviews, recognition, and even when you part ways with people, your team starts to self-police their own culture. This isn't culture by default, this is culture with intentionality. You see, A players attract other A players, and the ones that don't fit will quietly self-select out. If you want to build a business that can grow without you having to see it every second of the day, and one that doesn't collapse the moment you go on vacation, start here. Define 3 to 5 real core values, not buzzwords, not behaviors. Think about what your best people do naturally. What qualities do you see in your strongest team members? That's where your core values live. Write down each one and what it looks like in action. Remind the person that you thought of about when you thought about core value. Remind them they were the inspiration for that. Bake these into your systems, into your hiring, into your reviews, in your onboarding, your promotions, your shout outs, and even when you have to terminate people. Most importantly, you gotta live your core values yourself. Make sure you can relate to them, because the team will always mirror the leader's behavior, not their words. When you get this right, your company stops depending on you to enforce the standards, and it starts enforcing them on its own. That's when you get to stop being the bottleneck as the CEO, the entrepreneur, the founder, or the leader. You get to start being the architect of something that lasts. It's your turn. What are 3 to 5 core values your business actually lives by? Not the ones on your website, the ones that show up in the behavior of your best employees. Drop them in the comments. I read every one. Talk soon.